What strategies or resources can be helpful for students struggling with landing a job or internship?
Sure. I applied to about 725 jobs. The proof is in my Excel book that I had for each field. And it was very simple. I just did a name, employer, the salary expectation I was looking for in that specific field, the recruiter I was speaking to, and any notes. So I had about 8 lines of information. You have to stay organized. You're going to spam your email, then you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to have a panic attack, and you're going to miss an opportunity that you could have taken that may not have been your ideal. Another thing is, if you do land a position that wasn't in your top 5, make sure that you're taking any skills or training from that position into your next one, into your next ideal one. Everything that you do is preparation. So one thing I did wrong was just having a bunch of emails, applying to every single job, not speaking to people. I made sure I got organized. I made sure that I sent thank you notes to anyone I was speaking to. And a third thing is I just read thoroughly through their website and their job description. I mean, that's the only way you won't be surprised when you get into the field. A lot of people skip over that and they just look at the overview of the company. That doesn't matter, because there's a ton of startups that are rich. They don't have, just $30,000 salaries. They have 80,000 salaries. It depends. You have to look. So take your time and look, stay organized. That's the only way you're going to stay on top of what you're doing, and be patient. Be patient and be kind.
Just speaking from my perspective, what I would tell you to do is if you haven't already, devise a plan, kind of what Diana just said. Have a plan, list out your short-term and your long-term goals and what you would like to accomplish in what month or what year. That's kind of how I moved while I was going to school. I told myself I want an internship at this point, and then once I knew that the date was coming up to when I wanted that internship, I went crazy on Indeed and Glassdoor and LinkedIn looking for a whole bunch of jobs, putting in numerous jobs just like Diana, over 100 of them, just trying to land one. So, but it was like, within the goal that I made for myself, I will say that I executed at least 95% of what I said between getting 2 internships, a part-time HR job, and landing a position. It helps to have a goal because you can already prepare yourself to what deadline you're leading up to and what you have to do to actually accomplish it. So that will be something that's very helpful. In the time that you're also doing that, and you're not working, if you're not working, tailor your resume to every single job or internship that you're applying for. Another kind of key thing you can do is kind of look at the preferred skills or see what they're asking for, see if it's something that you can kind of learn on your own. Like I wasn't so versed in Excel. So you can definitely find courses or look on YouTube even to kind of like learn how to do skills that they might have said they would have preferred someone to come with. Or like, for instance, you can also look to see if the field you're interested in, could you possibly take a course on getting certified in something that is related to that field. Like, for instance, I like HR, and I wanted to make myself more marketable on paper. So what I did is I actually, with my own money, went out and I invested in myself and got the SHRM certification so that when I apply for a job, I'm also coming with the certification. And I did that with I didn't necessarily need a job to tell me that, but what I was seeing predominantly on job descriptions is they would prefer someone who came with this type of certification. So it's like it was a way to help invest in myself, but also market myself so that someone would look to hire me. So these are little things that you can kind of do to help kind of land an internship or land a job, is investing in yourself. Try to see if you can take extra courses, tailor your resume, utilize your career center, and these will increase your chances of getting hired.
You got to be really strong and tight about not only obviously like your internal conversation about what you want, and like actually setting goals, and it's not just like long-term goals, like actually having like I do week-to-week goals. So I have like an overarching mission, and then week to week kind of break down the goals like that. It's a little bit more manageable for me. But I think the key is like mastering the message, mastering communication. Like, I don't care what field you're in, communication is key, right? Like, I do data science on the side as well. And one of the things that we talk about is how do you communicate your findings to people that are I guess, the layman, right? If you're in accounting, if you're in bio, it doesn't matter. You got to be able to speak to me as if I have no idea what you're talking about. So, and as much as I think it might be a little bit taboo to say, you're in the business of sales no matter what you're in. You're in the business of sales. So you got to, it's weird, but you're the product, right? And you're trying to sell your time. You're trying to sell your 40 hours to somebody. You better believe like you are in the business of sales no matter what industry you think you're in. So that's the way I try to position. You're in the business of sales and in the business of marketing. Highly recommend thinking about yourself like that. And for anybody that's struggling to actually get any traction on like interviews for internships and jobs, it's 2021. You know, you got to build a actual online profile. You got to build. I'm of the mindset that you build and they shall come. Like that's the way I kind of think. One of my mentees, she's in community organizing. She just got this big job as like a director of program management over at this huge sports company. And the thing I advised her to do was build an online profile. And it's weird, but talk about yourself, right? Actually, she built the website and she built this portfolio of projects that she's done. And she was able to present that in her interview and knocked it out the park, right? So building an online presence, it'll help you master your message. And don't forget, I don't care what industry you're in the business of marketing and sales, and you are the product, you are the service.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.